Hello, Omega Dimensions. You're back for another segment video. Last time we came here, we were thinking about we were coming down to one dimension, and we were thinking about the girl in the window, where we know who this is. Blah blah blah. And also, we tried to go to Cock's room to watch some news and with her. That was actually quite nice. It was actually quite a nice change of pace. And now, and now. Now we're hearing some rustling in the mansion. Let's see. I hear again into the mansion from the lobby. Could it be a burglar? Accounts are always valuable. On top of no one here. Instead, Hawkins he's feeling I got myself. He's very insecure. I get out of bed, sit out in the room quietly. There's a bird I can everyone be in danger, so I can't let this one go. I look down the second floor level. That should be safe enough. There's nothing wrong there. No, someone's there. The figure enters the entrance and crosses the lobby, wobbling. Steps Ike. She's not going to her room, the second floor, but to the first floor, the west wing. The only things are Kag's son's room and man's room. What is she doing this time of night? I can mirror all about ones, but I can mirror all I want, but this won't answer any of my questions forthcoming. I gazed in the lobby for a while. I decided to return to my room. Or I should probably have something to do, or went to see Kaka-san. I feel bad about sneaking around watching her, and I don't want to just ask her about everything she does. Sleep, sleep. For school tomorrow. I bury myself in bed and close my eyes. As I fall asleep, my thoughts keep returning over and over to Iga's hollow-eyed figure in the lobby. How something seemed wrong. Chapter 2, Inversion Impulse, Part 2. Good morning. I hear a familiar voice. The dream quickly fades away as the voice calls me back to reality. It's morning. It's time to wake up, Shiki-sama. An unfamiliar voice greets me. Stop calling me Shiki-sama already. I told you yesterday it sends chills down my back. I wake up. Hisui stands afar in bed like a statue. I simply look around. Good morning, Shiki-sama. A girl in May from bows. For a moment, I doubt my eyes. Finally, I recall my current condition. Yeah, I came home, right. I put myself up. I look around the room. Outside the window, the weather is great. A blue sky like the one I saw in my dream. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me. There is no need to thank me. It's my duty to come and wake you, Shiki-sama. Hisui answers indifferently, completely expressionless. What do you have? You so formal, Hisui? It's really a shame. If Hisui only had half of Kaga's brightness, she were really cute. Do you need something? Realize I'm looking at her. Hisui stares back at me. Oh no, nothing at all. Like I'm seeing your face, I just felt like I'm really in a tall mansion. The eyes are like cold ice. Seeing all that sudden something reminiscent of a dream flashes in my mind. I see. I read it completely. The day the girl who gave me the ribbon right before I left was the one who watched us from that window. In other words, it was Hisui. Yes, do you see something, Shiki-sama? Do you remember? Okay, this is interesting because we already know the outcome. The outcomes of all this stuff. But when I left 8 years ago? Yes, I remembered. But there was anything was there anything special that happened? Anything special, Hisui. Please forgive me. 8 years has passed since you departed this mansion. So even if you speak those times, I can answer you with specific details. What? Does she not remember the promise we made back then? It was not she who made the promise, it was Kohaku. They merely switched places and the stuff, like... I wonder when he will realize it. Do you not remember about the ribbon? Ribbon? She looks downcast and she admits difficultly that she does not remember. I see. That's right, it was 8 years ago. Sorry, it's nothing. Just forget what I said. She doesn't remember the promise. But isn't it anything I can hold against her? And though maybe just a childish promise, it really did help me enough to face forward into the future back then. Well, time to get up. Easy, do you know what time it is? Yes, it's not past 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that leaves me just a little time then. Then right back, I get out of bed. You say that, but you don't have much time. It takes about 30 minutes to get the imagine to your school. You will have 20 minutes to eat breakfast and get ready. And that's right. It's in Arma's house. I feel with horror. I was so used to Arma's only being 20 minutes away from school, but here, I don't even know a shortcut. Your uniform is folded, awaits you over there. Please come to the C room after you have changed. Damn it! You're gonna wake me up earlier. Myself to myself, I reach for the uniform. It's folded neatly, and the shirt even has been ironed. Passing my wrist through the sleeves feels good. It's that fresh, brand new feeling. Aiga and Kohaku-san are relaxing in the sitting room. Aiga is wearing the uniform of the Aksami Ladies Academy, a famous school for young girls. They're drinking together gracefully, as if breakfast ended a long time ago, because I did for them. Greet Kohaku. Morning, Kohaku-san. Today is a lovely day. Yes. Good morning, Shiki-san. Goes to delivers her ordinary morning greeting with a smile on her face. Did you sleep well last night? I was worried that you might be inconvenienced and unimagined and all. No, there was no problems. I used to live here after all, and now... Oh, wow. Oh, such a sweet talker, aren't you? No, I got you to watch my Kohaku-san. Oh, you're quite good at this, Shiki-san. No. I'm not saying what I think I'm good at. My son just looks at me smiling. Somehow I feel embarrassed when she looks at me directly, so I shift my gaze to the side. And then... I realize another stereo one which has been signing me for a while now. Ah, hey there! I give a light wave to her. I continues to stare at me over her. I glare would be more better word. Good morning, Aiga. Oh, you don't have to force yourself to greet me. Please go right ahead and ignore me. After all, it seems you prefer to enjoy the morning with Kohaku. Aiga words sting. It's not like I had intent to ignore her. I just said hello to Kohaku-san. Please don't treat Shiki-san too much, Aiga-sama. We don't have much time, and Shiki-san hasn't finished his breakfast yet. Well, that's Nissan. Sorry for waking up late, isn't it? He's just getting what he deserves for leaving everything in a rush this morning. Aiga sniffs. It seems like my fair degree was another point she was undoubtedly impressed with. In addition to our objection to my late arrival. Kohaku-san, is my breakfast ready? Yes, I laid out in the dining hall. Please eat up at your leisure. That won't do, Kohaku. Nissan has no time to eat breakfast at this time. Hey, listen, Aiga. It's only 7, so I got at least that much. It's an easy 30-minute walk from school, so I can take it easy for 10 minutes, can't I? Are you saying you're going to finish breakfast in just 10 minutes? You're not so starving, dog. So if you're going to eat breakfast, I'd like you to take your time. I love it. I love how she says that line. It makes me laugh. Aiga words really do have thorns in them. Aiga-sama, it's almost time to leave. Is this alright? I know. Sheesh, don't be so worried over stuff like this on the first day. Nani-san comes as Aiga stands up. Well, I must say goodbye. Nissan, you should apply yourself to your studies today. Aiga leaves the sitting room. Kage-san falls, seeing her off. Apply myself to my studies. She's quite ceremonious about trivial things in an old-fashioned kind of way. I guess because she's been disciplined under our old man for the last 8 years. Well, I have to go. I've gone to school even if she didn't say anything. I scratched my cheek. There was something about Aga's face when she left because of it. I paid no attention to all her various admonishings this morning. Of course. I clapped my hands together. Her sorry Aga's face just seemed to resemble her face from a long time ago. After eating the breakfast Kohaku-san prepared, I exited into the lobby. Isa was waiting there with my bag.
Shiki-sama, have you enough time?
Yeah, it should only be 20 minutes to school if I run. It's only 7:30, so I should be fine even though I take the long way. Seeing Sato my answer, Hisu bows her head in assent.
Then allow me to see you out.
Yeah, thank you. I still feel terribly awkward having my own servant.
Oh, Shiki-san, please wait, just for a moment.
With pattering footsteps, Kohaku runs down to the second floor. Hisu steps back and falls silent as Kohaku-san approaches. Huh? Where are you, Aika?
Leia Aiga goes to school by car. Yes, I had something to give you this morning. I stayed behind.
Something to give me?
Yes, this came from the Arma family yesterday.
Kohaku-san smiles. But I have all my luggage already. The things I used while I was at Arma's house all belong to them, so all I've got are my own clothes.
Really? But this was sent here nonetheless.
Sun's hands are a thin wooden box, perhaps 20 centimeters long. It's not heavy at all. Kasan, I have never seen this before.
Well, apparently, it's left by your departed father.
It
was to be given you in the will.
By my old man. I can't feel anything about that. Not just your old man. More like the one that Mikasa killed. Murdered. So, that one actually. What's the old man who expelled me from this marriage 8 years ago leaving me things? Oh well. So please take it to my room for me. Kage-san is staring intently at the wooden box. She seems almost like a child who wants a toy. Stare. No, she is a child. I get it. You want to know what's inside, right?
Oh, not all. I merely wonder for a moment.
So it's like Schrodinger's cat and something like that, if you wonder it or not. Like I said, you wonder what's inside. Alright, let's open it. 1, 2, 3! With a dry sound, the wooden box opens. Inside, there's a 10-centimeter bar of thin iron. This is an iron bar. Undecorated and worn, has finger marks all over it. The old man must really hate me to leave me a piece of junk like this.
No, Shiki-san. It's a fruit knife.
My son takes the iron bar out of the box.
See, isn't one of those folding knives? 1, 2, 3!
With a sound of sliding metal, a thin centimeter blade pops out of the bar. I see, certainly is a knife. It's old, but it's pretty solid. The year of arrows is written on the back. Someone replaces the blade and hands over the knife. Certainly there's another on the grip. A character 7 and under the character Knight.
Nissan, there's no error by that name. It just is Natatsu or Yoru.
I turned away in surprise. He's been silent until now. I was looking at the knight over my shoulders. You surprised me. You should have said something. You don't have to look over my shoulder like that, you know. If you want to see, I'll show it to you. Your cheeks become faintly red.
Please excuse me. That knife was so beautiful, I could not help myself.
Beautiful? You really think it's beautiful? It looks kind of beat up to me.
Not at all. The tempering of the blade is masterful. I think it is a knife with its own proper history.
Really? It looks to me like a piece of junk. Now, you don't really learn about history until, like, you remember Katsuno Toya? But since he seems to be so convinced, I begin to feel the same thing. It's no way, I guess it's not such a bad inheritance.
7 Nights. Maybe that's the name of this fruit knife.
Maybe, though. I can't imagine him naming a knife like that. Whatever the case may be, it's obvious that it's an antique. Well, in any case, I believe I will take it as given to me. I place the blade and put the knife in my trouser pocket.
Shiki-sama, have you enough time?
I have to get going. Well, Kog-san, thanks for the delivery. Kaku smiles and waves me off. I come out to the gates. Hisui falls in silence. Hisui? You see me off? Hisui nods wordlessly.
Shiki-sama, what time should we expect you return?
See, Hisui will continue to use Sama to the bitter end. Yeah, even if your lovers, she'll still use Sama. Well, if I take time to argue it now, I'll be late for school. I'll complain about a horrific later.
Shiki-sama?
Probably around 4 o'clock, I think. I don't do any club activities. When I don't hang out arc, I usually get back pretty early in the evening. She bows deeply at my random estimate.
I understand. Please take her on the way.
I'm not sure what to take care of, but she's probably just worried about my health. Yeah, thanks. You too, Hisui. I return to goodwill with good intentions. On a jerk wave of the hand at Hisui, I leave the gates of the mansion behind. I go down the hill. Since I attend school from the armor house up to now, this is my first time taking this route. Not many from our school. I'm pretty there are not many people from my school who live around here. 7:30 in the morning. I can't see anyone running along the streets in a school uniform except me. Slowly I begin to see some people in school uniforms intermingled with the crowd. This is around where the road to school begins. Where's Yumazaka-san? Well, I'm not gonna be that lucky. I recall the spy face of the class made to depart here yesterday, saying my house is this way. As I think it was a Suzuki in the classroom, my pace quickens a little and I hurry towards the classroom. I leave the residential area and reach the crossroads. The gates will be closed in about 10 minutes. I sort of run across the asphalt. I made it. It seems like it took 20 minutes rather than 30 from the mansion. I need to leave around 7. I want to go slowly since I ran several times on the way. When I get to class, I notice air is buzzing. Although the classroom in the morning is always noisy, there's something different about the noise today. I walk to my desk by the window. Argo's waiting there sullenly. Argo, did something happen? Don't know. It's nothing big. There's a rumor that someone in the class ran away from home. Oh, that's what all the fuss about. Then, sit down with us with a sigh. Wait, what do you mean nothing big? Who ran away? Who? How should I know? But we all know when horror room starts. Whoever sees vacant, then you must be the one who ran away from home. Well, that's true. It's true, but Arg's attitude seems a little dry. Now, while our classmates really ran away from home, I think it's a bit much to just ignore it. Is that someone else's problem? Ariko, aren't you being a little insensitive? Well, our classmates ran away from home. Aren't you worried? You're the only one who's seriously worried, dumbass. Everyone's talking about it because it's an interesting thing to talk about. It's not like if you or I ran away from home, so there's no need to worry, is there? No, I remember. This guy's called like that to everyone except his friends. Though I guess I'm a bit worried. Running away from home at this time like this, they gotta be really brave or really... Time like this? What kind of time is that? I told you yesterday, Tono. There's a circling going around on the streets right now. I know who ran away from home, but they have no excuse if they got attacked by him while living on the streets. Can't be. There's no way that'll happen. Tell her you should watch TV more. There should have been 8 victims already. He doesn't discriminate. You better think again if you think you're safe. My town's empty at night nowadays. The only people who go out are drunkards and policemen. Which is why it's so boring. Our voice is very serious. Hearing it, I began to feel uneasy. Okonofuji is here. His homeroom at last. Argo returns to his seat. After a while, everyone's seated. Only one seat is empty. There's no mistaking it. The Umizasa is empty.
Well, my house is this way. Bye-bye. See you at school tomorrow.
Mizaga said that when we parted yesterday. I don't know what happened at home, but I can't see her making that smile face before running away. Mizaga is absent. Suzuki is merely treated as absent, as attendance is taken. There's nothing is amiss. Homeroom proceeds. I will sit there silently. And I was about to ask, but I didn't think that teacher would tell me. If she did run away from home, like Argo said, it's her business. Besides, this isn't a there isn't a teacher on that planet who answer a classmate who called me asked, has Umizaga's son run away from home? Yeah, it's not like it's been confirmed yet or anything. Maybe Umizaga is just late. It'll be better the idea how things go for a while longer before asking the teacher. Even after a second period, Umizaga still didn't show up. There's no way to find out my bad thing about this grows. It's lunchtime. In spite of morning excitement, the classroom has returned to its everyday cheerfulness. Since the no one class is really taking Umizaga's run away from home seriously. Tell her, let's get lunch. That's okay. I don't really feel like it. I guess it can't be helped. Don't be trouble with other people's problems too much. Other people's problems, huh? Argus' words are too close to the truth. Huh.
You know what Ina-kun today?
Senpai? What are you doing in our classroom?
Well, I thought I'd have lunch with you guys. Tana-kun, are you going to eat something?
Senpai sits down at the desk looking at me anxiously. Nah, I just don't seem to have the appetite today.
Are you not feeling well?
Something like that. Don't worry about me. You go to the dining hall. Aka's probably there.
Oh, you're not energetic at all. I don't know what happened, but if you don't eat lunch, you just feel even worse.
That's true, but since I'm not hungry, there's not a lot I can do. Seo Senpai is right. No, I don't really feel well. Actually, I keep forgetting. Don't know. I wouldn't. Like, I wonder which choice should I pick. Because I remember last time I picked, no, I don't really feel well. Yeah, that's what I picked last time. I think I'll pick that. Yeah, I think I will pick it. Because I think no one will give me a bad ending. If I remember correctly. I remember one of the times it gave me a bad ending. I remember I think the first time I played it, that gave me a bad ending. No, I don't really feel well. Sorry, I really don't feel too good right now. I'm going to the clinic, so please have a lunch for Argo. Senpai sighs. I don't know what is going on, but
Please don't push yourself, Tana-kun.
I go to the clinic, I won't push myself. For forcing a smile, I leave the classroom. When I get back, homeroom had ended. I was the only one left in the classroom as everyone else has rushed off to club activities or to their houses. Well, there's really no need for me to stay here. Putting the things in my bag, I leave the classroom. It's past 4 o'clock. I told Hisui that I would turn around 4, so I don't have time to wander around. I suddenly stop as I walk up the hill. Yesterday at the same time, I remember how natural the parting between Imazaka and I. To be honest, I'm concerned about Imazaka, but no matter how much I worry, there's nothing I can do. I told her I'll help her as much as I can. I could if she was in a pinch, but now I don't even know how I can help. I reach the top of the hill, walk along wall, and reach the front gate of the mansion. This western mansion does seem out of place. In the middle of the resident area, top of the hill, this imposing mansion really does give the impression that it is from a country other than Japan. Besides, the top of it off,
Welcome back, Shiki-sama.
sitting there is in front of me is the gate. Its welcome me is a maid. She stands like a statue in front of the gate. Thanks, forgive me for asking, but have you been waiting for me here this whole time?
No, not the whole time. I've only waited for half an hour. Is there something wrong?
She speaks extremely matter-of-factly. Wait a minute, like this is going overboard. I'm happy that you waited for me to greet me, but you don't have to go that far. Right now, staying there so I feel a little embarrassed. Plus, it's autumn. It'll be pretty cold out soon. She's really silent. She might be part foreigner, as her blue eyes are like finely crafted glass staring at me like a emotion. A brief silence ensues.
I understand. And starting tomorrow, I'll wait in the lobby.
She gives a bright bow and opens the gate. After that, she resumes her immobile depiction of a statue. After I walk through the gate, enter the garden, she quietly follows behind me. When we reach the entrance, Hisui wishes past me. I instantly jump back.
What is it, Shiki-sama?
Oh, no, nothing. It's nothing. She silently opens the front door. She must have moved ahead of me to do so. Going behind her master until she terrorizes, quickly fulfilling her duty. That is the duty of a maid, but it makes another person like me a little nervous to have her attending my every move. This isn't good at all. This just makes me feel like a potential guest in my own home. Hey, sweetie.
Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama?
I said yesterday already, but I like to do things I could do by myself. No, please let me. This sort of serious, I suppose, but the truth is I'm really pretty lazy, so I tend to let things go. Yeah, I really wanted to keep that secret, but Aika.
I didn't understand. You told me to be more strict.
No, that's definitely not it. I just want you to relax as possible.
I'm deeply sorry. I did not appear to understand what you are saying, Shiki-sama.
Hello, I'm back. I was like, I I didn't have much more time to record, so, I went to bed and stuff. Definitely not. I just want you to relax as possible.
I'm deeply sorry. I did not appear to understand what you're saying, Shiki-sama.
That's why I'm saying you don't have to look so serious, and that is rude.
This is troubling.
Last time I want to talk to her a little more about this, I had permission, but I didn't know she took things this seriously. He's just not used to it. I wonder what will happen next. She's what I'm gonna say to you. You don't have to worry about me. Okay. Sheesh. I'm saying that you don't have to worry about me. I don't mind helping like laundry and cooking. Other than that, I can take care of myself. Isn't just you and Kaga taking care of this Nor's mansion, so I don't want you to just relax. Her expression doesn't change. She doesn't even answer or give a nod. Just a quick closing with eyes, I think.
I understand, but you don't have to worry about me, Shiki-sama.
She doesn't understand at all. He successfully pushes side to side away from me. I sigh. I already take it back. All the devotion really does make me happy, but I think it's good if she was cheerful as Kaku-san. She's just beautiful atmosphere as her. Maybe I'll relax a little more. But that'll be...
Shiki-sama, are you not going to return to your room?
No, I'm just thinking about something. I turn aside and face the stairs. She looks right longingly in the back of my hand. I think she wants me to carry it. She already went through all the trouble to greet me. Now she wants to carry my bag. I know that her long attitude. I quickly walk towards my room.
Please take off your clothes. Place them there. I have to clean the mansion, so you please call for me.
So you clean the mansion? I don't know what Aiga and Kagu-san are doing.
Aki-sama is in the salon taking care of Mikazu-san's business and inheritance matters. Nisa is more likely sweeping in the courtyard.
Huh. Mama's business inheritance. She talking with a lawyer or something?
Yes. It seems that she's being informed about all the administration policies, so she'll be extremely busy until dinner time.
Well, the old man did suddenly pass away, so you probably didn't tell her anything about his company. Sorry about taking your time. I'll call you if anything happens, so you can return to whatever you were doing.
I understand. Well then, please excuse me.
I changed out of my uniform into some normal clothes. The clock says, so he's wearing that Chad like orange shirt. As a lot of people have been saying. The clock says it's just past 5 o'clock. I've been waiting so I spaced out my room, so what should I do? Go see Hisui? Go help Kohaku-san? Stay in my room? Yeah, I wonder what should I do? Yeah, that would be a bit hard. Go see Kohaku, I guess. Well, anyways, so let's go see Kohaku-san. That's right, she's been taking care of me since yesterday. So I have time to forward, then I should go help Kohaku-san. I wonder how this will turn out, really. Yes, I don't think I've done this, and I got free up store space. Oh, okay. Actually, I got, wow, I got that. I don't have my storage anymore. Great. That is great. I know it's been a few years since I had this computer. I should help. I guess she's with me in the garden. Let's just with me in the garden. Even though I can help with that. I psych myself up to head towards the garden. Wait, does that mean he's like shy to just help her? so he's like me. I was like, oh wow. I get like nervous when someone's like, hey, I just get nervous to do that shit. I don't know why.
Oh, welcome back, Shiki-san. Welcome back, Shiki-san.
Yeah, I think that's her voice. Koga faced me with a tender smile. Well, actually, she has like that bamboo like stick with like, if I remember correctly, that's like a traditional like Japanese broom. Though it's bamboo, though probably it'll be similar to how a lot of people in ancient times you construct a broom. Actually, if I think about it, just not with a bamboo, because the West never had bamboo forests and stuff. So I don't know, some stick, some twig, branch, like a branch or something, or like a log, because wood makers were common then. So I think they'll get like some wood makers and stuff, and have some tie with some straw. Like I think like because most brooms aren't like made of straw. And now I just went off on a weird tangent. Like, oh wow. Well, isn't that interesting? I just went on a weird tangent about brooms constructions. Old traditional broom constructions. That's like so weird.
Thanks.
You're sweeping the garden by yourself?
Yes, there's a garden. The garden will not be here for another 3 days, so I thought I would just string up these fallen leaves.
Hasana holds out the bamboo broom with her both hands. She looks like she's really enjoying herself. Cleaning up this large fire site should be quite a huge task. You're something, Kaku-san, isn't she? Oh, you know, I just like noticed. Like, I just noticed her neck. It's so long. I'm sorry, I'm trying to insult the art style of it. So I was like, I was taken aback about that. I was like, because most of the time, her neck is not that long. Just only in the scene is her neck long. Like compared to other like pictures. Like compared to the other like pictures, like her neck is usually not that long. Yeah, I got like a few pictures like seeing my computer is like, yeah, I'm seeing it right now. It's like, oh my god, yeah, they're not that long. It's like only like this scene. This scene in general, her neck is like long. I complain about to sweep this whole garden.
Oh, it's not like that. Oh, this is my duty, so I have to do it to put food on the table. That's why I must push back my tears and sweep this garden.
Kago-san laughs and gives a carefree smile. She certainly is cheerful. Besides, there's some things
I will do in the back of quarter, so when I'm not busy, I always check up on the garden.
Eh? Things you do? Like what?
Well, let's see. Ever since I was a child, I like growing flowers. I got so many kinds of flowers on the whim that it's more like a jungle than a flower bed.
Oh my gosh. Just because of the last route, when she like mentioned about the flowers that, I don't know, like that she's able to brainwash you. I think what she mentioned. It's like makes me like wonder. It's like, yeah, you do like flowers, don't you? Like the poisonous kinds, the hypnotic, the one that you can hypnotize and all that shit. She knows all of those herbs, right? Huh, I can last, right? Once again, but I don't know that. I rarely go back here, so I didn't realize it. But I guess I have seen something like a flower garden on the second floor. I see. You like growing, Kaga-san? What kind of flowers?
Well, a lot of kinds, but most of them are morning glories.
Oh, morning glories. That seems like a fitting choice.
Really? I always thought they didn't quite match the mood of the mansion, though.
No, not the mansion. I mean, they suit you well, Kaga-san. Morning glories are pretty in their simplicity.
Jason, I think you have the wrong idea. The ones in the garden are Korean morning glories. They are a bit dangerous.
You sound last as if something was really funny. Is that so? But Korean morning glories are still morning glories, right?
Yes. They're also known as crazy eggplant or daydream. The flowers can be made into an aesthetic. The world's first general aesthetic, Tsukihime, was made in Japan. The Korean morning glories as main active ingredient. If you drink it by accident, it will cause dangerous hallucinations, so please be careful, Shiki-san.
I don't really think I'll ever drink accidentally the flowers, Kog-san. I also wanted to grow.
I wanted to grow some cactus and some cute things like that. I guess I was fencing against it, so I had to stop. It's really too bad I didn't tell you all these.
Okay, I'm back. I lost some storage and I have to get rid of all of it. Most of it. Not all of it, but most of it. So I can figure out where my flash drive is. So I can put all the Khokau Route videos in a single folder, I guess. Until I get like maybe myself a new computer. Because now I have a job. Okay, let's see.
I also wanted to grow some cactus and other cute things like that, but I guess I was friendly against it, so I have to stop. So I had to stop. It's really too bad that I can't tell you these things, but can I show you?
Saying that she takes out broom again. I see. So you should be going because you like flowers and stuff like that?
No, isn't the only reason. Actually, I'm terribly at cleaning at the mansion. I don't know why. I've always seemed to break something. Huh. I seem to break or rip the most valuable thing in the room. Well, but I don't do it on purpose.
Right.
But Hishi-chan told me, Nissan, maybe you should just stick to the family finances and cooking. How mean of her.
Kage-san is still smiling or acting angry. But this is quite different from the first impression of her. You mean Kage-san, are you clumsy? My statement is more of an outburst than a direct question. Kage-san groans in his disappointment.
You're saying it too, Shiki-san. Ichi-chan is too cruel and says, Nissan, you're too slow. While Aika-san teases me and says, you're not being careful enough. I don't mess up because I want to. They're so mean.
That's
right.
That's right. There are really people who mess up because they want to. I don't know what to say, but I tried to be somewhat neutral.
That's right. It's a thought that counts, so I think they should look over if I mess up 10 or 20 times.
Oh, I love that so much. Kage-san starts quickly sweeping the leaves again. I didn't come together and get here to get her away. Yeah. Also, is there another broom?
Yes, there are many in the shed. What are you going to do to use it for?
No, I thought I would sweep the leaves too. Kage-san broom freezes.
That would not do, Shiki-sama. If you were to do that, I'll be in trouble.
Get in trouble. Who would get in? Well, I guess there really is only one person who would.
Yes.
I guess nods quickly. Don't worry about it. I'm doing it because I want to. So it won't be wrong if I get to complain. If I ain't complain, she'll have to blame me, not you.
Oh, that's true.
Isn't it? So relax. Besides, it's more fun when we both do it.
Shiki-san, you don't seem to understand Lady Aika. When you do that, she'll get angry for another reason, I think.
I don't get it, but we're saying she'll get angry whatever happens?
That's it. So please, do not worry about sweeping.
So this my Kage-san says this directly. Oh.
No matter what happens, Aika will get mad at you. Then I don't want to make any more trouble for you. Sorry, forgive me, just being careless.
No, you're not being careless. No, I was being careless.
No, you're not being careless. You want to help me.
Sometimes the only thing with the voices, with no voice actors, during this time is like, I don't know who the hell are, like, which sometimes the lines are. Makes it incredibly fun, hilarious. To be fair, I'm recording this like on Christmas Day, so it's very funny that I'm recording this. My guests were like, pretty nice, you know. Even though she says we're bright, I feel bad because I really want her. I sigh. San looks up with face cheerfully.
Shiki-san, do you really want to help me?
Yeah, if I don't get away or in trouble. Then shall we go
somewhere else? I guess I will find us here, so I think it's better we sweep behind the mansion.
Oh wow, nice. Behind in the backyard?
Yes. I guess I will never find us there, so we can sweep all we want. Here you go,
Kage-san hands me the broom she had in her hands.
I'll go to the shed to get another broom, so please go ahead, Shiki-sama. Please don't let Hisui-chan or I guess I'll spot you. As you go, okay?
Trot, trot, trot. Kage-san dashes with quick light steps. It really looks like I'm a Chibi's kid. Before I realize the grin creases my lips, and he doesn't seem to be joking type. So Kage-san brightness is quite charming. Alright, let's do this. Gripping the broom that Kage was using earlier, I covered walk to the garden behind the mansion. Okay, no. Yeah, I had to redo it because I just realized that so I did the skipping thing over. After dinner we drink tea in the same room. Aga sits across me. Hisui stands by the wall. There's no such thing as a TV in the room and Aga doesn't say much. Everything seems so high class.
Shiki-san, can you come here for a moment?
Son's cheerful voice calls from the lobby.
Nissan, because I was calling you. Did you do anything to make her call for you?
No, I don't remember anything. I'll be right back. I lay Aga Hisui behind and go to the lobby. Son is pacing back and forth by the entrance. Kage-san? What are you doing?
Shiki-san. Well, it's a little complicated. Can you please step outside with me? Here is not a good place.
I don't understand what's going on, but I follow her anyway. Oh yeah, right. You have something to tell me. Is this you or something?
Yes. If Aga-san were to hear it, she'll get mad at you, Shiki-san.
Something I will get mad over. What do you mean? I haven't done anything to make her mad.
Oh, it isn't anything you did. But you know, while you were eating, Aga-san, a guest came to see you.
Huh. A guess from me.
Yes. She was walking around in the front gate, so I called out to her. She was wearing a school uniform of your high school.
And then Kage-san began to describe the guest's appearance. About my age, with a slight childish face, a cute girl, her long hair tied in pigtails. I feel as my world enveloped in darkness. That description. Is it Yamazaki who ran from her home? She asked is this the Tom?
She asked, is this the Tom mansion? And I answered, yes it is. And she asked, is Tonkan here now? And then
what, Kage-san?
Yes, well, she seemed to want to talk to you, but she refused as if she wanted to come in. It seemed okay that she would not get to meet you right now.
Kage-san wonders out loud what it was all about, and she tilts her head. But I am the one who wants to know. Why did Omizaki come to my place? I don't know. But I have a bad feeling about this. Kage-san, how long ago was this?
It was before the end of dinner. It's about 10 minutes ago.
In which direction did she go?
She went down the hill towards the station, I think.
Oh wow, he wants to go now. Hey, can I make it? If I run, I get lucky. Maybe I can make it. He wants to meet her just one time. I wonder how this, because I've done I'm probably going to do all the 3 choices with Umazaka. Got it. I'll be gone for a little, so please keep this safe from Aiga.
I understand. If Aiga-san found out, she would not leave you alone, Shiki-san.
We could bow and smiling and cheerful Kage-san. I run down the road into the night. Dashing with all my strength, I run towards the station. I look for someone like Umazaki in the corner front of the station. I'm out of breath. My legs are painfully aware how fast I was running, and they stop. I knew it wouldn't be easy to find her. Trying to control my breathing, I start to run again. I don't see Umazaki Suzuki anywhere. It's only natural, but I can't seem to give up that easily. I don't I don't think it's because I'm so worried about her. It's just that I have this terrible premonition. That's why I'm running like this. I'll be going.
I'll be going. Bye-bye, Tona-kun.
That was a goodbye, just like any other. A truly happy, gentle smile. That was not the face of someone who ran away from home.
Tona-kun, help me when I am pitch, okay?
Yes, really is that simple. I just don't want to betray that smile. I pant with exertion. I don't see her in the park either. There wasn't a way to find her from the beginning. I shouldn't just give up and look back to the mansion. Damn it! So I'll try to look for her as I turn back through the town. I come to the front of the station once more. It's right past 9 o'clock. It's probably because of all the recent serial killings that the area around the station is quite empty already. At the moment, Misaka? For an instant, I doubt my eyes. But the back of the figure in front of me, and Misaka Suzuki too much. Misaka walks quickly in the midst of the crowd. I can tell for sure. I have been wrong, but I decided I'll catch up to her and call out to her. "Oh, yo, Misaka-san!" I shout while running. Did she hear me? Misaka quickly turns around to face at my direction. That face, there's no confusing it. The girl walking ahead of me is unmistakably Misaka Suzuki, and the expression on her face wasn't frightening. But I feel a chill run through my spine. My heart starts to pound quickly. The back of my head throbs heavily, and my throat is burning. What is this? It's weird. The inside of my body is burning. I feel dizzy as if I am in the grip of a terrible fever. In that moment, Umazaka begins to walk again. "Wait, Umazaka-san!" I call running. As I walk on, instead of not turning. "Can you not hear me, Umazaka?" I urge my hot body onwards. But no matter how much I try, I cannot reach Umazaka. No matter how fast I run, I cannot catch up her even as she walks. Something is strange. I know that, but I cannot tell what it is. Right now, all I could do is follow Misaka Suzuki. And then, I lose sight of her. Misaka Suzuki, who I've been chasing without success, is nowhere to be seen. Shit, what the hell is going on? I can't stop catching my breath. My chest heaves deeply. Though I haven't realized it up to now, I must have been running for a long time. What time is it? Resting my hands on my knees, I glance up at a nearby store window. It's already midnight. Can't be. I couldn't have been running for that long. It's hard to believe, but the clock is correct. Looking around, most of the lights in the shopping district are off. I should go back. Even though I'm worried about Yamazaka, I feel like I won't be able to find her anymore. I chased her almost for 3 hours, calling her name all this time, but she didn't even respond. What was she thinking? On this big sigh, I decided to head back to the mansion. If you're seeing what you like to, yeah, that's good. There's no around. The shopping district is still some people. Oh gosh. The shopping district still has some people, but the way back to the mansion should be completely empty. The word serial killer run through my mind. Midnight. Walking through the town alone. I might be easy prey for such an attacker. A sound. Somewhere behind the building there's a sound. I think the sound of someone following. The back alley. I noticed it came only once. The eerie silence surrounds me. I have a bad feeling about this. Did someone collapse in the back alley? Did the wind just knock something over? Wherever it was, I shouldn't get involved. But it's because I was looking for Mizaka a while ago. I feel like she's there for some reason. What should I do? There's no one around. The only help I can rely on is this knife Kaku-san handed me this morning. Go look. I already sees. I can't ignore my feelings. Well, a killer sulking around the town night, looking for victims I shouldn't be investigating. Suspicious sounds in alleyways. Someone besides plain smiley face from yesterday. There's no reason for Mizaka to be there. But if she is, she might need my help. I'll never forgive myself if I ignore this. Alright. Taking a deep breath, I steel my spirit. Besides, if it comes to it, I have my eyes too. This said not to use them recklessly, but she'll find it acceptable if I use it against a killer. The sound it came from here. Preparing myself, I stepped into the alley. Well, he's a bit different from Shiro in that regard, so he'll be willing to kill if it's for the great cause. So he's kind of like that. So that's actually kind of interesting. How different he is from Shiro in that regard. But yeah, like more the story continues, you can see some similarities and some differences. More differences than similarities. My heart pounds. The back alley is quiet. The noise came from the open area at the far end. The back of my head hurts. As if convulsing under an almost strain, my racked spine hurts as if it is about to rip itself out of my body. What is this? I can't think yet my instincts shout at me. Don't go. Don't go any further. If you do, you won't be able to come back. But it is already too late. I step out of the back alley into the open space. Eh? The weak voice is all I can get out. The back alley in a single streak of crimson. Its limbs strewn amongst the garbage and rubble. Not limbs of dog or cats or the like. There are human limbs dropping blood, flesh, and bone. The ground and walls are painted with red blood. A heavy scent filled my nostrils, thick, like a red fog permeating my body, the choking smell of blood. A face on a skewered head rolling around an expression of agony. A face shivered up like a mummy, split in halves. A face with both eyes gouged out, so distorted I can't even tell if it's being a man or a woman. Unable to make a sound, I merely gaze at the species of the corpses. No, they cannot even be called human bodies anymore. Even badly made sculpture looks better than this. There are 4 bodies. They roll around like scraps or of leftover blood fluid. I gave in shock of the sea bodies. The back of my head throbs, my throat is parched, and my breath runs like fire. My fingers quiver and my mouth distorts. What is this? What is the world before my eyes? Red. Yes, before my eyes everything is terrible color. But I merely stand. I think I'm going crazy. While breathing, facing a bizarre alien landscape like this, my heart screams surely in anticipation. A corpse against the wall moves. No, that's wrong. It's not a corpse. It's not like the scrap hands and feet. It's a living human being with limbs attached. I see something out of place. In this ghoulish spectacle, the response of seeing someone alive is more of astonishment than happiness. But if he's alive, I had to help him. Hello? In my Russian motion, I step towards the living figure. Pulling itself up from the seat, it raises its face towards me. It face like a dried out skull. I leap back reflexively, but the skull moves faster than I do. With a voice like, he jumps on me. I hear his voice right next to me. Looking down, there's a large hole in the skull's throat, preventing him from speaking right. The dried up face, that dried up arm reaching for me. In the throat of the bag of bones, vocal cords vibrate in the chord of a ghastly voice. Desperately, I try to tear him off of me, but he merely raises that ghastly voice and will not get off. With that crack, the skull jaw opens. My mouth opens wide enough to rip off my shoulder with a single bite, and he approaches my face as if saying, I don't want to die. Someone save me. Stop. I can't even say stop. The guy, only made skin and bones, tries to bite my head, and suddenly he collapses. Some awesome part vanishes. The backbone of person form crumbles, ground and disappears. Softly like a bad dream, it turns into ash and blows away. What the hell is this? A pain runs through my shoulder. My shoulders begin to turn red and swell where he grasps me. The pain is real, so this must be real. A terrible nightmare. But this can't be a nightmare because it's not a dream.
Tona-kun, it'd be dangerous you stay there.
I turn around and the voice behind me. At the mouth of the alley where I came from, I see Umazaka Suzuki. Umazaka-san?
Good evening. Fancy you meeting me in a place like this, huh?
As if we merely bumped into each other in the mall, Umazaka greets me lightheartedly. Umazaka-san, what about you? What are you doing at a time like this?
Oh, just going for a walk. But what's Tona-kun doing? Killing so many people like this. This is bad, right?
Umazaka says with a light smile. Killing so many people, eh? I look around me. And I remember the tragic scene I'm surrounded by, in a sea of blood. Tomoshiki stands, aghast like a murderer. No, this wasn't me.
Of course it was. Everyone's dead and Tonka's alive, so obviously Tonka must have killed them.
No way. It's just attacked me. Find the monster that attacked me moments ago. But nothing's there. Even the ashes or bones have been blown away by the wind. Shiki's ghouls have disappeared. Yeah, because I don't think Umazaka did that. I think that was Shiki. I swallow my breath. Umazaka is chuckling. It's not like it wasn't me. My head is paralyzed. I can only manage broken language.
I understand. I can think clearly, but
I can think clearly, but I cannot put my thought into words. For example, why is Umazaka face like this? For example, why is Umazaka laughing in the face of this tragic scene? Umazaka-san,
Yeah, I know. You just interrupted someone's meal. I'm sorry for sounding mean. I always act against my feelings, but I'm also acting this to you.
I was still laughing. Someone's meal, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we know whose meal that was. It's so inappropriate for the scene. Yeah, I feel chill. Umazaka doesn't move from the entrance of the alley. Her arms are positioned strangely, as if she's hiding something behind her back. And looking closer, there are spots of red on her sleeve. Umazaka, you.
What is it? Your face looks scary, Tona-kun.
She's laughing. She laughs again. No, some of this girl cannot be Umazaka Suzuki. Umazaka, why are you hiding your hands like that?
Have I been found out? I guess you're too observant to miss that, huh? I always liked that about you, Shiki-kun.
Emphasizing my name, she brings out her hands out. Both hands are dyed crimson. I never get sick of this music. I don't know, I just love it. Not yet dry, the blood drips out of them in red droplets. And proudly, Umazaka Hazuki is smiling. Umazaka, your hands?
Yeah, I killed those people.
What?
Oh, but it's okay. I didn't kill them because I hated them. I just need their blood to live, so I had to kill them.
She says it as if it was normal. Oh, of course, I can't understand it. All I do understand is my blood is pulsing wildly throughout my whole body. Like I fall in love at first sight with that body, Umazaka. I'm excited. You really killed Umazaka?
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you it's a lie, right? Or do you think it's impossible for a girl like me to do such a thing?
Her voice laughed softly. I don't believe her. I don't believe her, but she's definitely not telling a lie. This tragic scene is all Umazaka's doing. Why such a terrible thing?
It's not terrible. Like I said, I didn't kill them because I hated them. There's nothing wrong with killing others to live. Is there, Shiki-kun?
What? That's absurd. Everything is wrong.
No, it's not. But I did do one bad thing. This is it. This was my first time drinking blood. A little of my blood back into them. Because I thought you got attacked, didn't Shiki-kun? I'm sorry for getting you involved. But we're lucky it died without able to finish changing.
What, you're talking about Umazaka?
It's okay, you don't understand right now. I don't really understand myself yet, so I can't explain it very well. But I think after a few days, I can become like Shiki-kun. Like she could become a great.
She said her face distorts in pain. Raps of agony echo from her throat. Umazaka's cheeks up blood.
It hurts. Because even I'm hungry, I should drink blood at random.
You gotta be precise. That's quite interesting. So too much sugar and fat that she's in cholesterol. I don't know. I don't know. That's just like a thought. Because that just reminds me of the. For some reason, that just reminds me of Wizards Rare Place where they're just like pumping up the kids and eating vegetables and stuff so they can drink their blood and be healthy, you know?
If it's not good quality beef or blood, they won't agree with me.
She breaks out in a fit of coughing. So is she allergic to like different types of blood? And just think about it, like that she can only take like A blood types, B blood types, and O blood. But O minus, no, she's allergic to them. She gets like heaves up. Her body covers the heaves if she drinks that type of blood or something. I don't know. That's kind of funny if that's the case. Yeah. She breaks out in a fit of coughing. Yeah, coughing. She chokes on blood and every cough. Coca-Cola. Umazaki's body convulses. I don't really understand. All I know Umazaki is in terrible pain. That's all I got clear to understand. Are you okay, Umazaka? Without thinking, I run towards her to take her hand.
No! Don't come any closer, Shiki-kun.
But Umazaki's voice stops me.
You mustn't. I'm not entirely okay, Shiki-kun.
She speaks painfully. She vomits red blood. Oh, Muzaka, you...
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Why Muzaka's in pain or why she's like this. What the hell is going on? You said you killed those people, but...
That's a lie, right, Muzaka?
If you remember that much, shouldn't you be in the hospital? I know. Even though I understand Muzaki brought about this tragic scene, I still lied to myself. Hey, Muzaka, I'm coming over there, okay? I speak gently. Muzaka shakes her head, inviting refusal. Why? If you're in pain, we have to get your house right away.
Shiki-kun, you're not getting it. You really never understood anything. Idiot. I told you before.
I told you before I don't understand.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? But you're still here.
And she's blocking the way, so, you know, there's that. Muzaka begins to pull away.
It hurts, Shiki-kun.
She breathes raggedly, coming up with red blood.
It is cold and I'm scared. I really want your help right now, Shiki-kun. But it's too early.
Saying that, Muzaka straightens up again.
Wait for me, okay? I'll become the great vampire, then I'll come back to see you again.
Umazaka! Umazaka's gone. Even as if I start to run, Umazaka is long gone. Her speed is not that of humans, but of a wild beast. Umazaka, you... What happened to you, really? Shiki happened. Or Roa, and the near side routes. My shoulders throb in pain at where he grabbed earlier. When I looked back, the open space where all the limbs were scattered, only left red blood, the faces, red organs, hands and feet. They all turned to ash like the skull did before. I feel sick, as if I'm going to cover blood. This can't be. The excitement is so tense, I almost ejaculate. This. For a while, the crimson color of blood burns in my eyes. This can't be real. My world swims before me. My eyes sees nothing but a distorted world. Before I read it, I'm back in the mansion. It's like a pet son finding a way home, I guess. I don't know if there's a collapse from dizziness. I don't think I will make it back this far. Gah. Vomit. I'm going to vomit. My heart is I can hardly breathe. I have to hurry and rest. Since I have collapsed so many times before my anemia, I'm about to faint. If I rest, I'll just rest in my bed and this nausea will explain my heart will go back to normal. I can forget all about that as nothing happened and wake up to a normal day. Oh wow, this is gonna be interesting, wouldn't it?
Shiki-san, you returned.
Kaku-san! Emerges from the west hallway. Oh yeah, Kaku-san's in the west hallway on the first floor.
Welcome back, Shiki-san. Did you get to meet your friend?
Yes, I met her. I remember as soon as I answer. The scattered limbs. Face. 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 The blood-stained alley. It was a laughing face on her blood hands. Sorry, I'm going back to my room, so please go back as well, Kage-san. I don't feel like talking with anyone right now. I leave Kage-san's face and go back up to the stairs. I collapse on the bed. My chest rises and falls as I take deep breaths. My mind feels faint. Dizziness overwhelms me. If it means passing out, I want to go sleep right now. So why can't I sleep some days right now, but I can't pass out like this, like always? Because my vision of that scene in the eye shows up under my eyelids. Throughout violently. Isn't terror rather is closer to sexual excitement? Why? I think from North Aika's route, I think because she's a supernatural being and his family is like has an affinity to that, I guess. Well, I don't understand it at all. There is a thin line between terror and lust. Eh? Who Who could this be at this hour?
Shiki-sama, are you awake?
That was really sweet.
Shiki-sama, are you awake?
Just imagining her form, my heart calms down a bit. Yeah, I'm awake. He's coming.
Please excuse me. What is this?
She carries a tray, something that looks like a mess, and wrapping Hisui. What are you doing in this hour?
You seem to have trouble sleeping, so I brought you some medicine.
Eh? That's right. Well, how do you know that, Hisui?
Her friend's sister. She told me that you were very tired, so I should give extra care.
And so was Kaka-san. You must have seen how bad my face looked when we met in the lobby. This medicine is...
It's a sleep-inducing medicine. Your personal physician gave his approval that it could be used for you.
Approval at this hour.
No, my sister asked your personal physician as soon as she found out you were coming to live in this mansion.
Well, Kaka-san is really pretty amazing. He's pretty thoughtful. Anyway, I'm very thankful right now. In the water, he's with you. I drink the medicine. I started to feel very sleepy after a while. Thanks, Hisui. Please give Kaka-san my thanks as well.
As you wish. Well then, please rest well, Shiki-sama.
I can hear Hisui's footsteps. It feels like all the power is drained from my body. Feels good. I space out. As if I was passing, I quickly fall asleep. Is this a dream? A red alley. The same back alley I was before. Where Misaki Suzuki's killing. Luring passers-by in the back alley. Mercy killing them from behind, twisting their necks like damp cloth, then plunging their teeth into them. One person. 2 people. 3 people. 4 people. How dare she do things without me? As if in a dream, indulging herself in drinking blood, Misaga tears apart 4 dead bodies until licking the blood. A crimson world. I don't feel like it's sick or detached at all. Pathetic. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. A knife in my hand. My breathing is out of control. My heart is pounding like a piston, urging me to do something. If it were me, I'll do a much better job. I breathe hard. It's because I'm holding back my impulse of wanting to do same things Imazaka Suzuki is doing. I'm going out of control because I don't want to see such a thing. Why are you hesitating? There's no hesitation. Why are you holding back? There's no holding back. There's no point in resisting it. Someone's irritating voice. I want to do what I want to do. The voice. It is my own. Misaka's crying. She's crying because she's not good at killing? Or is it because she's in pain? I don't know. Worthless. Is it right to think so? That woman is worthless. But I am the one who is worthless. Worthless to one should just be killed. Is it alright to kill the worthless? Kill. 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 Kill, 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 kill. Kill, 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 kill. Kill, 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 kill. So we're in chapter 3, Inversion Impulse, chapter 3. Okay, so see you next time. I'll make them numbers out. Bye!